Okay, so Batman Forever was a major milestone at the time of its release. Having the biggest opening weekend of all time, it broke the record set by Jurassic Park. The film changed the landscape of comic book movies and hammered home the idea these films could be juggernauts. It was a major course correction from Batman Returns, which had a lot of controversy with families. This would then continue in a goofier direction to Batman and Robin, which, yeah, we all know how that turned out. However, in its development, there was the idea the film would have a much darker tone. If you've seen the hashtag release the Schumacher Cut movement, then you'll know there's a lot of talk online about it. Kevin Smits also screened the film, and it's said to be a much more earnest take on the character. These darker turns include an opening at Arkham in which Two-Face makes an escape into the night. His old cell ends up becoming Riddlers at the end, and it brings things full circle from the opening. The Red Ledger plot also got much more of a focus. His childhood scenes are fleshed out further, with him insisting his parents should go to the cinema. This somewhat gets touched upon in the final cut, but it adds much more weight to this line.
I killed him.
Like the comics, the film they went to see would have been Zorro, which would of course influence Bruce's life. Their death weighed heavily on his shoulders, and it was a burden he carried through life. He then blamed himself even more for the death of the Flying Graysons. When the cave was destroyed, they'd also reveal a hidden layer beneath that housed the Batwing and Batboat. This explains why the Riddler didn't blow them up, and it also opened up their use in the finale. To make matters worse, after Bruce was shot by Two-Face, this made him suffer from amnesia. However, Alfred led him towards a section of the cave that allowed him to revisit his trauma. Finding the ledger, he reread the last entry and then had a vision of a giant bat. In the diary, he realized it was Thomas who wanted them to go to Zorro, and thus Bruce wasn't to blame for their deaths. This all came together to allow him to be Batman again, and he embraced both the Bruce and Batman side of his life. The film, of course, deals heavily in duality, and we have this with several characters. There's Bruce and Batman, Harvey Dent and Two-Face, and the Dream Doll split into two. Robin somewhat reflects the young Bruce, and the pair witness the death of their parents at the hands of a criminal. However, Bruce is attempting to guide Dick away from this and rewrite the wrongs of the past. Riddler is also obsessed with Bruce, while Two-Face is obsessed with Batman. There's this constant theme of there being two sides of the same coin, with even, well, Two-Face's coin showing that as well. So Bruce would finally find harmony, and unlike his opposites, manage to come together. Warner Brothers currently have this version in their vault, with it clocking in with a 3-hour runtime. Akiva Goldsman has mentioned the VFX would need to be finished, and that certain parts of the film were missing music. However, I do have hope that we'll see it one day. Like I said, Kevin Smith has screened it, and it was close to being greenlit, but Warner Brothers got sold again. Hashtag release the Schumacher Cut if you want to follow the movement though, and it adds an extra enigma to the movie. Okay, so Batman Forever was a major milestone at the time of its release. Having the biggest opening weekend of all time, it broke the record set by Jurassic Park. The film changed the landscape